Thinking of buying a home in Las Vegas, but feeling uninspired by all the cookie cutter options? In this video, I'm going to share with you a hidden gem community where you could find big lots, custom vintage Vegas homes, and no HOA, all within a few minutes away from the Arts District, downtown, and the Las Vegas Strip. If you're new here, my name is Olga. I make videos about living in beautiful Las Vegas. I'm also a real estate agent, and the community that I am talking about is none other than McNeil Estates. And with that, let's hop into the video. Located just west of the Las Vegas Strip, as you could see, Resorts World and Encore is right behind me. And between Charleston and Oakey, we're also just under 10 minutes away from downtown Las Vegas and the Arts District. Let's hop in the car and I'll give you a tour of the neighborhood and tell you more about it. With the explosion of people moving to Las Vegas, there have been a lot of new communities being built, obviously to accommodate all of the people looking to relocate to the city. And one of the things that I often hear from people coming to Las Vegas is how cookie cutter and how similar a lot of the newer communities in Las Vegas look. For example, in Summerlin, some parts of Henderson, newer communities in the Northwest, you are getting, of course, new homes, but a lot of them look the same. So your home is similar to your neighbors and the other neighbors, and you have smaller yards, and those are just some of the things that I hear a lot. And the reason why I chose McNeil Estates as a hidden gem community to spotlight for today's video is because no home is the same in McNeil Estates. McNeil Estates is known for its large lots, mid-century ranch-style homes, mature landscaping, and having a charm and history compared to the newer communities in Las Vegas. McNeil Estates, so with the development starting in the 1950s and the 1960s, this was a really popular area for professionals and really prominent residents of Las Vegas. This was when Las Vegas was having a housing boom, and the area became really popular because of its proximity to downtown Las Vegas. Today, McNeil Estates continues to be a sought-after community for a number of reasons. First, you get your vintage Vegas feel. The architecture is beautiful. A lot of the homes have been renovated. So there's also some homes that have been built in the 2000s. So of course you have your homes from the 50s and 60s, and you have your homes from the 2000s. And the homes from the 50s and 60s have been beautifully renovated. So I'll include some photos so you can see, especially some of the homes that are on the market right now. There's about 4 homes that are listed. 2 additional homes just went under contract, and they went under contract in 7 days and 2 days, which on average, this zip code, 89102 zip code, the average number on market for a home is 58 days. And for a home to go under contract in 7 days and 2 days, that just tells you how popular and sought after this community is. And in addition to the space, the architecture, the vintage feel, and the location, there is no HOA. So you can do what you want with your home. If you want to paint your home pink, you can. If you want to paint your home green, you can. I just saw a green home. If you want to have an RV parked in your driveway, you can do that, and etc. The list goes on, and those are, of course, the pros of not having an HOA is the freedom to do what you want, when you want with your home. So normally, one of the drawbacks of not having an HOA in your community is that you don't know if the neighbors are going to just let their house go, have junk in their yard, have 5 cars parked outside of the house. So that's definitely a very valid concern, and that does happen in a lot of the non-HOA communities here in Las Vegas. But in McNeil Estates, that is absolutely not the case. There is so much pride of ownership in McNeil Estates. I have been driving around and checking out the different houses, the yards. There is so much Halloween decor, by the way. We are in October, so everyone's gearing up for Halloween. We've seen actually a lot of kids playing on the streets, riding bikes in their front yard, people walking dogs, people on runs. And interestingly enough, just the other day, I met a guy at the dog park when I was there with my pups who lives in McNeil Estates, and I knew I was getting ready to record this video, so I asked him a couple of questions just to hear from a resident on how he likes the community. He's been here for 18 years, and he was telling me that there is a community Facebook group where the residents talk about different events that they're planning. I guess they just recently had a gathering where all of the neighborhood came together. It was a celebration. They meet up at Bob Baskin Park, which is a park that is just right across the street from McNeil Estates. And they hang out with their dogs. And there is definitely a very, very big community focus in McNeil Estates. It is very noticeable by the way that people are hanging out on the streets. It has definitely not your typical Vegas feel, because it reminds me of small town vibes with kids playing on the streets, parents hanging out with them, and you don't typically see that a lot these days. So that's something that makes me really happy, because I personally really love this community, and I've been keeping an eye on McNeil Estates. McNeil Estates is actually, just to give you guys some context, it is right across the street from Spanish Oaks, which is the community that I live in, and I have made a recent video about Spanish Oaks. If you haven't checked that one out, I'm going to link it right here. It was also a hidden gem video, but I'm right across the street, so I've been doing a lot of research on McNeil Estates for a long time and hearing a lot of really good things, and just talking to the resident the other day really solidified it for me that McNeil Estates really is such a desirable area, and the residents who live in McNeil Estates love it and have so much pride in McNeil and stay here for 18 years. That in itself is very indicative of how much people love this community. So as I mentioned earlier, there's around 500 or a little bit more homes in this community, and out of those homes, there are only 4 homes listed on the market. They are in the mid 600s, in the high 700s, in the 800s, and the 900s. So you get quite a span within the price range. They are 3 and 4 bedroom homes, and 2 homes, like I mentioned earlier, just went under contract in a very short amount of time. So this is a very popular neighborhood where homes do not sit on the market for long. And I want to clarify something. I know I have said popular in reference to McNeil Estates while also saying hidden gem, but I will tell you that McNeil Estates is really very much only known by locals, and even some locals don't necessarily know too much about McNeil Estates. The only people that really know about McNeil Estates are people that have been in Las Vegas for a long time, or people who specifically seek out vintage Vegas homes and neighborhoods. Otherwise, this zip code is really easy to miss. It's 89102, so it's not Summerlin, it's not Henderson, it's not downtown. So a lot of times people overlook it and don't even know that it's here. McNeil Estates was named after a local developer, Bill McNeil, who actually helped shape a lot of the early Vegas areas. So back in the day, in the 50s and the 60s, McNeil Estates was definitely the area where the who's who, the prominent people in Las Vegas were living. But today, McNeil Estates is such a great place for everybody. It's home to families. I've seen tons of kids on the streets, young families, young professionals, retirees, people walking their dogs. So it's generally a place that a lot of people enjoy now. And you can find homes that are near the median price point. Homes in McNeil Estates start in the 5, 6, 7, 800,000s, depending, of course, if they are remodeled or not. And speaking of remodels, if you are someone that enjoys vintage Vegas vibes, vintage Vegas feels, and wants to take on a project, McNeil Estates is such a great community to purchase a home and do a total remodel. These homes that are being remodeled here are so beautiful. They have such great bones, and people are coming in and they are modernizing these homes. And I will include some photos so you could see what these homes look like today. And I'm a big fan of vintage Vegas. I want to talk a little bit about the daily conveniences of living in this area. So when you are living in McNeil Estates, you get the proximity to the hustle and bustle of the Las Vegas Strip, the Arts District, downtown, Fremont Street, and you are also getting the peace and quiet of living in a suburban neighborhood. And you are about a couple minutes away from your closest grocery store. There is a Smith's about 5 minutes away. You're also about 12 minutes away from a Sprouts. There's a Walmart. So while it's not a super populated area for grocery shopping, you are close to a couple stores. And of course, if you're open to driving, just 15 minutes away, you have all of the grocery stores in Summerlin, as well as at the end of the Las Vegas Strip, there is a Whole Foods there as well. So you got some options if you're willing to do a little bit of driving. And in addition to that, there are public and private schools that are in close proximity to McNeil Estates, as well as higher education. There is College of Southern Nevada, Charleston campus that is under 10 minutes away from here as well. If you are someone that has a family, in addition to the schools that I just mentioned, I also want to highlight that the roads are really wide inside McNeil Estates. Like I mentioned, I've seen lots of kids playing on the sidewalks in their yard and around the streets. And as far as other amenities go, there's Bob Askin Park that is just across the street from McNeil Estates. It's, like 2 minutes away from here. And there's a playground, there's tennis courts. It's a really big, robust park. So you do have those amenities in super close proximity to the community. So in summary, if you are someone who loves vintage Vegas, who loves having proximity to the hustle and bustle of the downtown life of the Las Vegas Strip, having a 5-minute drive to downtown while also being surrounded by a peaceful neighborhood and having a sense of community and not having to adhere to the rules of an HOA, then perhaps McNeil Estates is the right neighborhood for you. If you have more questions about McNeil Estates, I would be more than happy to hop on a call with you and talk about the community and all that it offers. I know I covered a lot today, but there is so much more I can talk about. And if you are looking for a home here in McNeil Estates, reach out to me. I can let you know what's currently on the market. Or if you're looking for a home in the Las Vegas Valley in general and looking for some guidance on different neighborhoods, if you want to know where are more hidden gem neighborhoods here in Las Vegas, I'm more than happy to be that resource for you guys and help you on your journey to making Las Vegas your home. And with that, I just want to say thank you guys for watching this video. More hidden gem content coming up because I'm really loving making these videos. And thank you so much for all the feedback that you guys are leaving on my channel. And I've been loving connecting with you all through all of the mediums, through email, through phone calls, through Instagram. And if you don't follow me yet, give me a follow. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.